Hi, this is Eric Hunkard, Front Row Report. Today we're sitting here with the Butcher Babies.
Hi.
For the second time. Last time I sat with you guys, it was right before the album came out. And your
That's
hands were
right.
kind of tied. You really couldn't say too much. So I'm kind of excited that we can actually get into it
Yeah,
today.
now we can dive in and get into the juicy details.
Yeah. First off, and I even said it to one of the guys, you guys have really come into your own songwriters.
Thank you.
The material on this album is so solid. So solid. It's definitely your strongest badge, but is there any particular songs on the album that you guys are most particularly proud of?
It's so hard to pick.
That's so hard. We love all of them. I have three in particular, and one of them is The Butcher. I absolutely love that song. I love the dynamics between our vocals on that song and the cool guitar riff. And Gravemaker is a song I think that we can all agree is a very, it's a really cool song that you can see the growth between the vocals and the musicians and everything with that
Everything
song.
across the board.
Yeah, and Thrown Away is just such a unique song and so different from anything that we've ever done, and the lyrics are very powerful to us, and it's a very special song.
When it comes to the songwriting, is it does everybody get together in a room? Do you guys toss
No, we
ideas
do
around?
everything pretty much. I mean,
No.
I was just,
That even threw me off. I was like, what? Yeah.
No, we get together in a room, and it works best that way for us. We all have our say in every single song.
that's cool.
It's very organic.
It's, we really, we put a lot into that. Sitting in a room with all five of us giving everything we've got. Whether it's a guitar riff, a drum beat, vocals, lyrics, patterns here and there, everything, everyone is more than able and more than willing to put forth. And I think that that's what makes a band a band. If you sit
Right.
back with one person doing it all, it's not really five people putting into it. And with us, we take pride in the fact that it's all five of us, and always has been all five of us sitting in a room hashing it out together. And we don't just write the lyrics. The boys throw in lyrics. They don't just write their parts. We all throw in different parts.
I was just going to say, do you guys contribute to music as well? Like, do you go in with a riff that's in your head and you're like,
Oh yeah. Oh, it happens all the time where we'll have ideas about the beat that should go over this riff and how to change it up in the second verse. And, there's all sorts of different things that really go into it. And we could sit in there for hours. We could sit in there for a full day, and it would be like we were in there for 30 minutes. It was so much fun.
the album's so strong this time around. Is there anything that you like? Do you have any particular goals that you're hoping to hit with it? Like, do you have anything like a bar that you set that you're like, this is what we have to clear this time?
I don't think that we think in terms of that. Obviously, we want to sell well, but we want people to love it more than anything, and
People relate to it.
people relate to it. People just sing along when we're at the shows. I mean, I think that's how we tell if it's successful. If people are connecting to the songs when we're playing them live, if these kids are screaming back the lyrics at us, if there's tears in their eyes, when we're doing Thrown Away, if they're feeling it, if they're getting in the pit, that's success for us, not a numbers thing. Because these days, I mean, numbers.
The numbers game
Don't
you can't
really
really
matter.
play. And it has done well in that game. But we don't really keep up with it too much. Every once in a while we'll get an email with the updates. But for us, we don't really.
I don't
keep
think
up
the
with
numbers
that.
always really give you an accurate picture either.
Oh, absolutely not now. No.
Not by any means.
I mean, it's so easy to just get anywhere else. So for us, it's like as Carla said, it's about that emotion that we connect with the fan base and having that bond with our fan base and seeing them love the songs. If we play a song live that we think is great and we are just obsessed with it and it doesn't go over well live, we understand that maybe it's not their strong part. But I mean, there's been so many songs where we're like, okay, we'll see how it goes live, and then it ends up being one of the best live songs. And it's with this album, one thing we definitely wanted to do was to go in and create those live songs that people can move to, they can sing to, they can scream to, they can fist pump, crowd surf, everything. And there's a lot of heavy hitters on there. I mean, Igniter's one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's hard to,
You're in for a treat tonight with our set. Our set flows really, really well right now. And there's
Oh,
just
excellent.
So many great
I didn't want to
songs
spoil
in it.
for myself and try to look ahead and see what you've been playing or anything. I like the surprise.
Yeah. That is a fun thing. I do like that when I
Oh,
go to
yeah.
shows too.
Like I say, it's a complete evolution of sound. Every time you guys put out something, it's clear that you're really coming into your own. Do you think that this album differs sonically from Goliath a lot, or to me, it seems like you've melded both the old and the new a little better on this one?
No,
Because I know you come
think-
from a thrash base,
yeah.
and you're more of the newer hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think that we're back to our own roots on this album. It's just very aggressive, the way we started out, and
But we've
I
also
think
progressed
Yeah.
a lot as musicians. I mean, Goliath came out 3 years ago.
Right.
So for us, it's, been on the road for 4 years. If you don't progress, you're doing something wrong. And so, more so than anything, we've grown a lot as people and musicians. And Goliath sonically was great, and we're very proud of it. But we're excited to show the growth and take it like a man. And there's no doubt in my mind that there'll be more growth in the third album.
Oh yeah. I
Sorry, I cut you
oh,
off.
it's okay.
2 videos from the album already, both of them amazing, and Niagara and Monsters Ball. But the thing that really caught me the other day was, I noticed on YouTube, you've actually got performance clips for every song from the album
Yeah.
up there. How did that come
We
to
thought
be?
it was a cool way to, introduce our album to the world by doing a music video for every single song. So we
Yeah.
were on a soundstage in LA with no AC. It was boiling
Tin
hot,
roof.
tin roof,
Oh,
all day long, and we shot, how many songs are on the album?
like 11 or 12.
11 or 12 songs,
Yeah.
11 or 12, music videos in about 8 hours.
Oh, really? That quick?
Yeah, it was quick, and like I said, I think it was a great way to introduce the album to fans. Bands don't really
I
do
loved
that.
it.
And you get to see, which of us sings what part if you're a new fan, and
Right.
see everyone in action. And I think it was really unique, and I think we should do that.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you'd ever consider putting it out as like as a DVD thing for fans?
I think right now that's a streaming thing only. A
Okay.
lot of people, streaming is so huge.
Right.
When I'm in the back getting ready and I'm thinking, oh, so and so came out with this new song, I go and listen to it on YouTube immediately. So with that, instead of just a static picture, you get to see the actual performance and see what the band is about.
Right.
And people have been doing lyric videos forever, and those are fun. But I feel like this was a really great introduction to a whole different era of the way to do like performance, sorta for each
Oh,
song.
it's wonderful. It's like having a front row seat to the concert. You know what I mean? It's just you guys up there just laying it down.
Yeah, and like a small little area and just
Yeah,
kind of really
it's-
intimate.
It's kind of like being in a little club like this,
Yeah.
and just right there with you. You know what I mean? It's amazing. In terms of other DVDs, you guys, your live shows. I mean, the albums are wonderful, but the live shows. Ever consider a live DVD for us?
Yeah, I think we're all big fans of Pantera's, DVD and stuff like that. And I always loved as a kid growing up and watching how videos were made, documentaries or, live from the road videos and stuff. So we'll definitely do that one of these days. We have GoPros and we need to start using them all the time and filming stuff and putting it all together.
I
And
think with the live DVD though, I think maybe a couple more albums.
It's always
Dive
a
into that.
costly endeavor with so much
Well,
that goes
it's
into it to make it work
it's a
out.
lot easier to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
The
it would
technology
be.
is there.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty easy. I just think that timing is everything when it comes to those type of things. And I think, like I said, we've been touring for 4 years, band for we're into our 7th year almost. So for us, I think putting a couple more years under our belts would be good before throwing one of those out. So we'll see.
Okay, cool. This is the question I've been wanting to ask you the most. You guys have, I mean, every album, like I say, gets better, but your vocals, you've really hit your lower register. And you are singing better than I've ever heard. Not to mention how you've taken control out front in the live shows, talking to everybody and everything. I gotta ask, and please don't take us the wrong way, is that all you? I mean, is there a lot
Yeah,
of effect
course.
on
No,
there?
There's no effects on any vocals.
Everybody, it's so funny. People always say that we have zero vocal backing
I wouldn't
tracks.
think that either. We've debated this many a times that after seeing you live, that's you.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, too, it's interesting for me personally, how I am on the record. It's a lot of high stuff and a lot of, singing and stuff like that. But in the shows, I really like to get into it and, throw out a bunch of stuff that I didn't do in the album. So, the live shows, it is fun to really pull out and see what else you can pull out of your own little box of tricks. But, singing-wise, I just didn't really have the opportunity to do it much on Goliath.
Wow.
Just not really. I just one song.
Okay.
For Magnolia Boulevard. The rest of them I didn't really have the opportunity to. I grew up singing. I was classically trained as a kid. So for me, that was always, something that I did. But going into creating Butcher Babies, I had this mindset that I just didn't want to sing anymore. I was like,
really?
you know what? Because here's the thing: is people are always people put us into this category. Oh, you look the way you look, you're supposed to be a pop singer. So everyone's trying to push you to do pop. I had these people say, all right, we're going to put money into you. You're going to cut your hair. You're going to be 19 years old. You're going to be the Taylor Swift. And I'm like, absolutely not. It's just not me. And I had so many times I was being pushed into that. So when we started Butcher Babies, I'm like, no more singing for me. And I missed it. So it is so fun, and to go up there and harmonize
It's
with
just
each
really
other.
cool to show such a range, both of us going from, from screaming to singing. People don't realize how challenging that is. And bouncing around on stage, headbanging, putting on a show while singing, in your highest voice and screaming in your lowest voice. That takes a lot of work, and we've built up the stamina and the strength to do it over the last 4 years of nonstop touring. And so we've both grown incredibly, and we're super proud of how far that we've come.
Oh yeah, well one of the things that I really like is you guys are even interjecting some softer elements, like in the lead break of Monsters Ball, when you guys.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that you're incorporating that as well. So your voices now, was it hard at the beginning? Was it one of those deals where you just had to go out there and just keep doing it until you were raw and that you got it?
It's a muscle.
And do you still have, do you guys sit and warm up before
We warm up
every show?
together.
Oh, yeah.
Before a show, we get ready together, then we warm up together before we hit that stage. Warming up is really important, especially when you're a metal vocalist. If you don't want to lose your voice, you got to warm it up.
Yeah, to go out there raw will damage
I have to drink a ton of water and tea during the day as well, just because I tend to get dried out. My throat tends to get dried out a lot.
Allergies.
Oh, that makes it hard.
But the thing is, it is a muscle. And the more and more you work it out, the better you get. Your range increases, your strength increases, just the volume of it increases. There's so much that can happen with just working it out. I mean, you don't go and run a marathon without having trained for it.
Right.
And so that's kind
Unless
of
zombies are chasing.
that might happen.
I know you guys push yourself really hard, and I know it's not even been a year, but I was just wondering, in the future, how soon for new music, another covers EP, and
We are taking most of the summer off
Oh,
to
really?
write the next album.
oh, excellent.
So we're going to be on tour till the end of June.
Okay,
So from now till the end of June, but I can't say what,
that's okay.
till the end of June, and then we're going to take just a couple of months off with a couple shows here and there, festivals, but a couple months off, and we're gonna keep at it.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can't stop it.
No,
You
no.
can't stop the creativity.
Well, even whenever you're not doing things with the Butcher Babies, can we talk a little bit about the Devil's Carnival?
Oh, that was fun.
That was a really cool side I mean, a lot of people might have missed that. Can you kind of catch people up as to what it was, what your characters were in it? And I believe you even did a couple live shows of it. Is that right?
Oh no, we didn't.
You didn't?
We weren't able to.
They
okay.
did do that though.
Oh,
Heidi and
okay.
I were both actresses before we were in Butcher Babies. So anytime an opportunity comes up for us to get back and in front of the camera, we'd gladly take it if it's something that we're interested in. And Devil's Carnival came to us and asked if we wanted to be a part of it. And there's so many great musicians involved.
I can imagine
Tech
standing next to
Nine,
Paul Sorvino, doing.
Oh, that
Let
was
me tell
bizarre. So we sat next to Paul Sorvino in the makeup room getting our makeup on,
Okay.
and he started singing in Italian while it just serenading us in the dressing room. It was an amazing experience, little moments like that you'll never forget your whole entire life. And it's funny because we actresses in LA, you go on all these auditions and you fight for these stupid parts,
Right.
and then we got handed these roles with these amazing actors like Bill Moseley and Paul Sorvino. So that's pretty cool.
Tech Nine was in it.
Wow.
So,
Danny
That-
Warsaw.
yeah,
It was
Whenever
really
I looked
fun.
at the list, I was like, what a varied cast of characters.
Oh, so cool. It was such an honor to be asked to be a part of that. And, we did these rosy bayonets is what they called us, these little wind-up dolls. And we got to sing in it. We got to march. We got to hold weapons. We got to do fake German accents. It was a lot of fun. And,
That's cool.
a lot of the reason that I was so excited to get out of acting I was always had to be like the blonde girl next door. I never was able to do crazy things with my hair, and as soon as I gave up, I put my acting hat up. I, obviously like dyed my hair and did crazy shit. And the cool thing is about that movie is they're like, we love the red hair. Let's keep it. And let's just curl it up and make it crazy, and we'll put spray paint crazy colors. And that was just so much fun to do. It was a really great crew as well.
Cool. I know that we're kind of probably getting towards the end here, but you guys gotta get going. But another question I want to ask you guys: between the cover band that you started, you guys have been at it for almost a decade now.
Yeah.
If you could go back and talk to your younger self, what advice would you give yourself now?
Just to, I mean, I think that, when we first started, the reason that we became friends and started this project is because we were both very ambitious. We didn't need anyone to tell us to keep going. We just had that natural instinct in us to keep doing that. I think we knew it would be tough, and we had each other, so that made it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think if I were to talk to my younger self, I would date it back to my years that I was a teenager, where it wasn't easy, and, suicidal and all those different things. And that's when I would talk to myself and be like, just wait, because it gets fucking awesome. Like, just wait. And I think more so than anything, that's when we would bring ourselves back to. And a lot of kids, they don't understand that it does get fucking great.
It does. It really does. That's cool. One last thing. Any message for your fans? Anything they should be aware of tonight? You want to warn them of anything, or?
Beware of Carla's armpits. Ooh!
You're the one who shaved yours in a few days. Okay?
I just bringing the French back over here. No, just a big thank you.
Okay.
Big thank you. It's been such a fun, wild ride, and I know we always say that, but it's it's the truth. I'm walking in and out of the venue, and I see all these people walking up in Butcher Baby shirts, and I'm like, if it weren't for each and every single one of these people, buying that shirt or purchasing the album or getting a ticket and coming and standing front row and singing these songs, we wouldn't be able to be here. We wouldn't be sitting in this beautiful bus that allows us to sleep and not get super sick. Actually, we still do, but like, just a big thank you. Thank you for being a part of our dream and allowing us to live it.
Well, I know that you guys are so close to your fans, and a lot of your fans, a lot of the gifts that they give you actually sustain you, because people want to think that because you have albums out and you're on tour that it's this big money making machine, and it's not.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really actually kind of depend on them in a way.
Oh yeah, I mean, they give us gifts of baby wipes and stuff, and
the essentials.
Sometimes that's our only shower.
Quest bars.
Yeah, Quest bars.
Alcohol.
The important things.
That's right. I heard that your Crown and your Jaeger, is that right?
Sometimes we trade.
But I'm more of a wine girl. I'm actually
okay.
Yeah, I'm a wine head, but it's hard to drink that on the road. So.
All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank you guys again for spending the time with us. Everybody out there, new album, go out and get it. Catch them on tour. They're only going to be on tour till the end of June, you said.
Yes.
So catch them while you can. And until next time, this is Eric from the Front Row Report, where as always, we keep you on the front lines of music.